Hello friends, I welcome all of you in the third tutorial of Python programming course from scratch. In this tutorial, we will be learning with numbers and sequences. Guys, this is Dr. Nilesh Shaike, Assistant Professor from Priyadarshini Indira Gandhi College of Engineering, Nagpur. I hope that in the previous session, you must have seen and you must have installed your Python on the machine and you are now okay with this. It's my appeal to you people that don't do like this that okay, you are saying the video and later on you will start to work. It's no. You do one thing, you just open your Python software, open your Anaconda navigator, and while give the pauses to the video, and while video is going on, you simultaneously do the programming, because that will be better thing. Now guys, today we will be learning with numbers and this one, your strings. I have already started my Jupyter here. uh, Let us work in the new file. Take a new file. I have taken new file. It's starting. It is starting a new file. Whenever you are learning with any language, all people generally write a program of the hello world. So similarly we will writing the program hello world. Okay. And this is a cell where you can write your program, and for executing this code you will press control enter. You will press control enter, and here you can see the output. So this is so wonderful, and you need not to write much code. Just within a sentence you can you can have your output get displayed. Similarly you can see here, here he has written this words within single quotes. You can equally apply double quotes here, no problem. You can write the double quotes also there, and here you will get the same output. Now suppose is the case that you have a very big strings, and you want those strings it's not possible uh, to have on the one line. So you can take your string on another line also, and then yeah, suppose you are writing something. Suppose I am writing, I am Dr. Nilesh Shaike working with Priyadarshini College. Then now suppose you try to print this statement. So this is how you please look here what I have done. I have written one string here, and as there may not be this space here to write much here, so I have taken this in another line, and this particular statement will automatically join these two strings. Now to insert a new cell, you have to there is a shortcut you can do here. You can write alter enter. By the alter enter, you can get a new cell. It will execute the previous cell and get the new cell also. Alternately, you can take new cell from here also. From here you can insert new cell below and above. That way you can do also. Now let us playing with numbers. Now before playing with numbers, I want to tell you that this is called as Jupyter Notebook. That means it will automatically create your notes. And in the notes, you know, you are giving the heading. Now suppose you want to give some heading. So then you will write here hash and write some heading. Suppose I am saying that playing with numbers. I am selecting the string, and here I am saying that here you do markdown. You select you what I have done, a hash string. This is a heading. Then I went here, markdown, and just run this. That means control enter. Control enter is the command for running the program. So this way, this will give the heading for your programs. Now suppose you want to go, you want new cell, you will do alter enter here. So this way, this is how you can give the headings to your programs. Now suppose you want to do some play with numbers. So I will write print 2 plus 2. Suppose just 2 plus 2. This is giving the output to you. suppose I want some complicated number 8 into 2. This way, this will also work. Now suppose I want I want to do subtraction like this: 30 minus 4 into 8. It will follow the BODMAS rule and it will give the result to you. Now suppose you want to do the integer division sort of thing, then you can also do 8 divided by 5. It will give you the answer in fractional mode. Now suppose you don't want the answer in fractional mode, you want the integer only, so you will give the double lines here so that it will give the answer in integer only. Okay, so this is how these things work. Now suppose you want the square of a number, then you can do is either you can do this way, that multiply the same number with the same. Otherwise you can also write this way, that you give double star there and say I want the square. This also work. Okay, so now suppose let us consider the concept of variables. You must have learned in mathematics in 10th and 10. Suppose if you are talking about the problem of simple interest, compound interest, then you take the variable, like suppose P is the principal, R is the rate of interest, SI the simple interest. That is the same concept we are using for variable. Or to the new persons, those not are from computer background, for them I just tell them what is variable is. Actually variable, suppose this is your memory, and in the memory there are many locations there. Suppose these are the memory locations, that means these are the, suppose this is the memory location and we are storing, suppose we are storing this 16 to this memory location. Then we need to assign some name to that memory location, and that is some name. Suppose A. Suppose A means I have given the address to this memory location. That is what call I as a variable. So variable means addressed memory location. I hope this is clear to you people. So suppose I am taking some variable. Suppose I take the variable as width. Width is equal to 30. Then height equal to 40. This is how I can assign the values to the variables, and I can write print width into height. This is the spelling wrong is there. Okay, WIDTH. So this is how you can assign the variables. Now suppose this is how you were working with numbers. You want to take new cell, alter, enter is there. Now suppose you want to play with strings. So again I am taking a new heading here. What you will do, hash, and you will say playing with string. I want to give the heading here. Select it, mark down here, and press alter enter. So this is how you are giving the heading. Now want to you take new cell, alter enter is there. Okay, playing with the string. And now suppose you want to take the string. String means sequence of characters. I will explain that. Suppose you are writing S1 is equal to Nilesh. This is one string. S2 is equal to Sheke. This is another string. And suppose you want to concatenate this thing, S1 plus S2. So this is how you can join two strings. This is called as concatenation. Okay, now suppose you want to what we say, repeat some character. Suppose you want to repeat this S1. So you directly write S1 into 3 or S1 into 4. So many times it will repeat your string or value that you have given. Now suppose is the case that you are finding some number. You want to know the location of some character. So what you will be doing is S1 find, and suppose I want to find the kth letter in string S2, kth letter in string S2. So I will be writing here S2 dot find, then I will say which letter I want to search. So I want to search kth letter and bracket complete. So what it will give me? It will give me the location at which k is there. Okay. Similarly, suppose I want to replace some character. Suppose instead of this n, I want Dr. N there. That means instead of having Nilesh, I want Dr. Nilesh there. So what I will be doing is, I will say S1 dot replace, then I want N to be replaced by Dr. N. So I will say Dr. N. Okay, and this needs to be printed. So I will use print statement there. This is how I can replace the things. Okay. Now suppose I want to count the number of characters, suppose in a string. So I want to know how many suppose i's are there in the string S1. So for that I will write S1 dot count, and I want to know how many suppose I are there, and I will be keeping this in the print statement so as to print that. So this is how it will work. It has calculated the number of i's in the string S1. Now suppose many of the times many variables are alphanumerical. That means suppose if I write s is equal to suppose a is equal to 2, 3, something, such types of things. These are called as alphanumerical variables because numericals are also there and strings are also there. But many of the times we require to find out whether that particular variable is starting with an alphabet only. That means first letter is alphabet is not. Then we can write here that S1 dot suppose print S1 dot alpha. I'm just checking, and let us see the output. Sorry, actual function is alpha. Print S1 dot let us see what is the spelling mistake is there. Alpha, ALPH. Okay, so this is giving you the output true. That means if string contains numeric character, then it will giving the answer false. So this is how these functions work. Now suppose many of the times you are doing the searches. Suppose there is a database of Aadhaar card, suppose, or voters list, and you want to see the exact name. That means suppose let I give the example. Suppose you are suppose there is a string Nilesh. Specifically intentionally I have given the space here. Then suppose another string is there, and intentionally I have given the space at letter, and suppose string 3 is there which contains the space at both. Now suppose you want to search this particular Nilesh string in some database, and suppose you have given this space, so it will not work. That means because it will compare this space also. So for removing the space, what you can do is there is a strip function. That means suppose you want to remove this left space, so you will write L1.lstrip. So what this function will do, it will remove the earlier space, space at the beginning. So we want this to be printed, so I am writing this in a print. So you can see here the space that was before in the beginning it has removed. Similarly, you can see there space in the S2 is there. For removing the space at the right hand side, you can use the function rstrip. So it has removed it will not be visible here, but it has removed the space at the end of the string. Now suppose there is a space in the left hand side and right hand side also, like in the string S3. At that time you will be used just strip function. So you can see here that it has removed the spaces in right hand side also. Now suppose you want to know the length of a string. Uh, for that we have a length function. Now let us write. Suppose I want to say that length of the string is, I want to print this. So I will say length of the string is. So this will, whatever you will be writing in the print, it will be printed just here seeing. And now I want the number. What is the length of the string? So it being a number, I will use %d, d for digit, and I will write here %, and I will write here the value that need to be printed here. So what is the value you want? You will use length function there. You want to know the length of the string S3 suppose. Then you can see here it has printed the length of the S3 string, which is 15. Now, suppose you want to let us apply one more function, count. We have already applied, but let us see one more time, S3, and suppose you want to count. Suppose E. Suppose you want to count E in the string S3. So you will say that number of occurrences of string is. So you can see here it has given you the number of strings. So a number of times that particular letter has occurred. This way you can do so many functions. Now this was how you were playing with strings. Guys, I want to give you one more understanding to you, and that understanding is of the how strings are stored in the strings are stored. Now you can see here this is a string for Monty Python, and here you can see that that M is stored at the 0th position, O is stored at the 1st position, and N is stored at the 11th position. So this is called as indexing, 0 to 11th. Similarly, if you want to reverse the case, then you can see N is stored as a -1 position and M is stored as a -12th position. So this is how the strings are stored. And in general, until now you must have understood that string itself is a sequence, because it is a sequence of characters. Okay, and any sequence in Python is starts from the 0, and to the reverse it starts from the -1. Okay. Now many of the times we required certain portion only from the string. Now suppose we want that this portion only from the string. So in that case we will have to give the address of such portion. Now suppose you want we want this string from the this letter, so we'll require to give the address of that. I hope this is clear to you. Let us clear our ideas by doing a hands-on session on this particular topic. So I will go to the Jupyter here. It takes some time. Please have patience. It will take some time to go there. So now we are here. Enter I press. Now consider the case. Suppose I'm writing the string as suppose take new string, str is equal to strings are awesome. I'm writing this string. Now suppose I want the print. I want just a first 4 characters. Then I will see this is S is at the 0th location, T is at the 1st location, R is at the third location. So if I write 0, then what it will give? It will give me the first character. You can see here. Now suppose I want second letter, so it will give me, that means it is a third letter, 0, 1, 2. I hope you understood. Now suppose, as I said, as I shown on the slide, it reverse is the case. It starts from -1, so it should print E. You can see here, E is the last letter. Now suppose I want some portion of it. That means suppose I want the portion first 5 letters only. So I will write 0, start from the 0, before the colon start and after the colon end. That means I want to start from 0 and end with 5. Okay, that means it is exclusive of 5. That means it will definitely give me 5 characters, but up to 4. That means it will give the characters 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Mind well, here 5 is not included. So this way, it has given me the first 5 characters from your string. Now suppose I want it to print the next 5 characters. So I will write here 5 to 10. Okay. So this way it has given me the letter 5 characters. Now suppose I want to know the first 10 characters. Then you need not to write 0 here. You can directly write here 10. That means it will start from 0th up to 10. Okay. Now suppose I want the string from 5th. I want until last. I hope you understand this. I am saying that I want to start the string from 5th and I want to take you up until last. So it has started from 5th one and until it will go up to the end. So this way, I hope this is clear to you people. And suppose you want to go in the reverse order also. Suppose you want to start from -5 and until last. So this way it will give. That means mind well, in this string, this is -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. So this is -5. It has started from -5 till the end. So this is the meaning of this. If you please, suppose you have any problem regarding this, you please put in the comments so that I will be solving your problems. Now let us try for some more functions in the string. Suppose I write print and suppose I want to take this particular string in the uppercase. So for that command is simply I will say str, because str is the your string, and I will say str upper. And now I want to print it, so I will say print str upper. This is how you have seen that it is printing in the uppercase. Similarly, you can do it for the lowercase also. Here it will print in the lowercase also. Now suppose you want to split many of the cases. Now check this string. It is saying strings are awesome. And for any particular case, suppose you want these words to be separated. Like you want strings to be separated, are supposed to be separated, and awesome to be separated. For that, you will have a split function. Just you will write split, and it will split all the words. So guys, this is a very I hope again I am appealing you that you don't watch the lectures as such. This is a beautiful programming. So I suppose you start your Python, you start your Anaconda Navigator, and while watching this video, you simultaneously do the programming, and so that it will increase your interest also. And in the starting lectures, I am giving you the beautiful PDF in the description. You please watch and then see the PDF, so that whilst PDF will itself carry as a notes, and it will guide you very nicely for understanding of whatever I am including. This all thing that I have included in today's lecture, I have given you in the PDF also. So please download that PDF. And thank you very much for attending this lecture. I hope you will attend the further lectures also. Thank you.